This conference will now be recorded.
So last class, we were talking about administration module. We started with the user administration, right? We were trying to understand what happens in the real-time environment, how the tickets are raised. I have shown you one of the ticketing tool, right? How the tickets are raised and how we receive the tickets. After the tickets are raised, it is the admin who will action on the tickets. If you remember, I told you yesterday, all user related issues are priority 1 ticket. They are level 1 ticket. That means they are very high priority. You need to act on them immediately, right? Because if you don't act on those, then the business is getting blocked, right? The user is not able to perform his job, and hence it will impact the business. It will impact the revenue of the business. Hence, these are priority 1 tickets. These are priority 1 tickets. We have seen yesterday how to add a user. We have also seen the different type of licenses available within the development environment. This environment consists of multiple licenses. However, I asked you to focus on one of the core license called Salesforce. Under this core license, you can add maximum up to 2 people, not more than that. And ideally, that is sufficient. One as a developer, other as an, let's assume as an user. Yesterday, if you remember that, right, Apollo Hospital, right, a manager or HR, somebody has raised a ticket to add Dr. Sachin Tendulkar as to this software as administrator. He also got the approval from the VP to add him as an administrator. And I've shown you yesterday how to go ahead and add Dr. Sachin Tendulkar as an administrator. So let's do that. First, let me log in with the admin log, the core admin, Rupam, @of115.com, password CRM1234#. I press enter. Right? I'm logging as an administrator. Perfectly fine. Now I open one more browser. I type Firefox. Here we go. I see my Firefox. I open my Firefox browser. Right? I'm still waiting for the Firefox to come. There we go. My Firefox is loading toward the right side, appropriate space where we left this browser. I say login.salesforce.com, right? And I use SACHIN Sachin @of115.com, and the password is MUMBI Mumbai 1234#. I press enter. So now Sachin has been logged in. So as usual, towards the right side is an user. Towards the left side, where you see a GoToMeeting tab, it is an administrator, right? If you remember yesterday, we have been talking about how to go ahead and add as well as how to delete a user. There is no option in Salesforce to delete a user. The only option is that whenever you want to free the license, in that case, you have to open the user. Whoever resigns, you have to click on edit, and you have to click on uncheck the active button. As soon as you uncheck the active button, the user became deactivated, and this license is free. This license you can give to someone else. Yesterday we gave it to Dhoni. After 30 days, or let's say that Sachin is back again. We want to reactivate Sachin. It gave an error. If you remember yesterday, license error, because you can add maximum two. Already Rupam and Dhoni were there, and you tried to activate Sachin, occupying the third license, and we have only two. Hence, it gave an error. Then we went to the Dhoni. We changed Dhoni to some other license, right? And we came here and we added the new license. By the way, your yesterday's video is still not uploaded. It is still lying with me, right? Today after the exam, I will upload all the videos, yesterday's and today's, okay? So just to keep everyone updated. Perfect.
Sir,
Yes, tell me.
sir, I just checked that try to change my profile actually for checking purpose, but myself I
You
can't change that.
you can't sit on the
Yes, sir.
same branch and you can't cut your branch,
Okay, sir.
right?
Okay. Yes.
Obviously. How can you are already sitting in a branch, you climb the tree and you're sitting in a branch and you're cutting your own branch. It's not possible. You can cut other branch, but not yours. Right? Perfect. So today we will complete this user and we will come to the core, right? Next topic. Before we do so, let's assume that Sachin Tendulkar, who is logged in, has did some scam, something wrong, and inquiry has been ordered. Immediately, right, the HR department or the manager, right, has raised a ticket to admin stating that please do not allow Sachin to log into system. What will you do now? You can't deactivate him because he's still active. In such case, you open the user. There is an option called as freeze. Freeze. I click on freeze. Automatically, this user has become freezed. The user has become freezed. Sachin clicks on some other location, immediately it will say log off. Sachin tried to log in, SACHIN Sachin @of115.com, password MUMBI Mumbai 1234 hash. He press enters. Please check your username and password. If you still can't log in, contact administrator. Sachin cannot log in. The difference between freeze and inactive is that freeze occupies the license. In inactive, the license became free. Here, when I go to the user, I click on new user, right? I would not be able to see Salesforce here anymore because the Salesforce license is completely used. Salesforce license is completely used. It has been used by two users, Sachin and Rupam, even though Sachin is freezed. We don't have time-based freezing, that freeze him for 1 week, freeze him for 10 days. No. For that, you have to do development. We don't have any freezing as of out of box with time-based. You have to freeze manually and you have to unfreeze manually. Whenever the inquiry is over, now you want to allow Sachin to log in, click on unfreeze. That's it. Automatically, the
Rupam,
user would be able to log in. Yes.
whenever these changes are happening to a specific user profile, so I mean, any intimation regarding this will be done to
No,
the user, or we have to do
no,
that manually?
not at all. Right? So ideally, no. Right? For example, if you remove a user, do you really feel that you have to send an intimation or a notification to the user that we have removed you, we have kicked you? Usually this doesn't happen. If you have freezed, for the security purposes, these informations are not passed,
Okay.
right? So that user shouldn't be knowing that he has been freezed, right? Otherwise he'll get panic. Otherwise he will, right? So we just want to, right, keep it at a low level as per, even in real time is the same thing. This is the operating procedure that happens, right? If he has a problem, he is not able to log in, he will go to the administrator or manager, right? Administrator will say, hey, your account has been locked. Please contact your manager. He will inform, right? So, but if your business requirement is that after every freezing, unfreezing, right, you need to send an email to the user, then yes, you can do that. Absolutely. Right? Salesforce allow you to do everything, whatever you think that is required in the business. Right? Now, Zahid, as I told you, freeze and deactivation is not same. In freeze, license is occupied. In deactivation, right? In deactivation, license is released. In deactivation, Sachin will be removed from all the corresponding objects like teams. He is a part of a cricket club. He'll be also removed from here. As a part of freezing, he will be not be removed from any teams, groups, queues. He will still remain there. But only thing is that he can't access. It's a temporary hold of an access is called freeze. Right? That is the core difference.
Excuse me,
Whenever you
sir.
want to add, yes.
Sir, here Mr. Rupam is having is from HCL and Sachin is from Apollo
Correct.
Management.
Correct.
Sachin is having permissions to deactivate Mr. Rupam from HCL.
Correct. If vice president has approved that, vice president of Apollo Hospital has approved that Sachin to be given an administrative permission, then Sachin and Rupam is same thing. Sachin can go ahead and create one more user. Sachin can go ahead and kick off Rupam. Sachin can go ahead and do anything, whatever he wants in the system.
Yes, sir. If
Even
Sachin
the other branch.
deactivate Mr. Rupam, what is the use here, sir? Because he is from HCL system admin, he never having any permissions means.
That you should ask the HCL director, VP, who has approved. Tell me, if you are in HCL, if you get a ticket to add someone as admin, you will reject the ticket. He goes and gets the approval from his manager, from his director, from his VP, from the CEO. Will you not do it now? Will you not do it now? I'm
Okay,
asking you a very straightforward question. Yes or no?
no, sir.
Right? You are working for your client. The whole software belongs to the client. Right? This software that we are talking about belongs to the hospital management. Apollo team is using it. You are just a support professional handling a ticket. You got a ticket to grant Sachin as an administrative permission. You will ask your manager, hey, right, what should I do now? Manager will say, no, don't give it. Reject the ticket. Say that we want higher approval. Right? Then next time again, you got another ticket within higher approvals, with a vice president approval, with a president approval. What will you do now? Will you reject the ticket?
No, sir. We can't.
Then
Okay, sir.
whom will you ask this question? Why do you need?
Okay.
Can you ask this question in the real time? To whom? Will you
No,
ask
sir.
Sachin? Right. Or you can ask, you'll write a mail to the CEO of the company. Hey, I see that you have approved Sachin. May I know what is the reason? Can you? No,
No, sir.
obviously. So, right. So,
Sir, yesterday I
got your
was
answer?
trying to create, I'm sorry. So yesterday I was trying to create a username.
Mhm.
So, and have given a random name, but
Mhm.
I got an error message stating that the username already exists in
Yep.
this.
Username is unique. You cannot take username in Salesforce is across the username is unique. You cannot take any username just like that. It's a unique one.
But that would affect in another Salesforce organization as well.
How? I told you in real time, the username is email address. Tell me, how can you create rupam@infosys.com? Do you have an access to that Infosys email or domain to verify that email? How will it conflict?
But
Okay,
I've
let's
given
take
a
my
generic
example.
one like gmail.com and the message status
That's
like
okay. Right. In real time, company doesn't use Gmail. No company in the world will use Gmail in the real time. All these Gmail addresses are dummy users like you and me. In real time,
This conference will now be recorded.
perfect. Now, How to add a multiple users, right? How to add a multiple users. Remember that once again, I'm repeating, in real time, we don't use Gmails. In real time, for example, you are implementing the software for Coca-Cola, they will have, right, xyz.coke.com or coca-cola.in or coca-cola.com. They will, in real time, nobody uses Gmail. Gmail is a public domain. It's a public cloud, which can be easily hacked, which doesn't have much security. So hence, these emails, right, no company in the real time will use Gmail. So all the Gmail users are dummy users like you and me. Perfect. Let's go ahead. Now, how to add multiple users? You have an option called as multiple users. Multiple users. Here you can see the license available. Platform 2, partner 2, chatter 500, work 3, chatter free 4,999, free user 2, user 2, right? Identity user 10, force.com app subscription user 2. Rupam, why so many licenses? Ignore all these licenses. These are only for you to facilitate for adding. We will talk about these licenses, right, later towards the end of the class, right? Because this is not that important or not at all important, right? So currently you can see that I can add 4,999 people under chatter free. So if I take chatter free, see, I can add 10 people at a time. Then I can say generate password and notify via user via email. I will say add more. In a block of 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, up to 5,000 you can add. The only problem here is that, right, first name, right, first name, Virat, Dr. Virat, last name, Kohli, username, whatever the email you give, that will become the email. Whatever the email you give here, that will become the username. The way when you add an individual, you have an option to choose different username and email can be different. For example, the email was rupam.sfdc11@gmail.com, 111@gmail.com, whereas the username was sachin@of115. But here you don't have an option to choose between the email and username. Both will be same. Profile, chatter free. Role, not there. You can see like this, you can start creating. See, the main is name, last name, username, profile. These three are the main. Remaining all phone, checkboxes. That's the reason yesterday I told you ignore those checkboxes. Right? See, to create a user, these are main. Now you can create multiple users together. Towards the right side, you can see a chart. Capital Info Solution, CEO. Below CEO, we have CFO, CEO, Senior Vice President, right? This chart automatically came. Rupam, can I create my own chart? Yes, we will do it. That is all your work. We will talk about this yellow field later again. So at this moment, don't look at it, ignore it. Just focus on the user. So by now, you know how to create a user, how to deactivate a user, how to freeze a user, right? How to go ahead and grant a user access. For example, right? Sachin Tendulkar. I give system admin. I click on edit. I give him read only now. Read only. Click save. Sachin cannot do anything in the system now. There'll be no new buttons anywhere. He clicks on opportunity. It's showing new. Again, he clicks on opportunity, or he go to some other place and come back to opportunity. The new will be gone. He need not to log in also. Log off and log in. Not required. See, the new button is gone. He can't. Yesterday I was showing you. He can't even edit his own account. Sachin created, right? Citibank. But you see that Created by Sachin, modified by Sachin. Now Sachin can't do any changes in the system because you have given him a profile called read only. By this whole exercise, you understood that it is not the role which is important. It is the profile which controls the access and privileges. Sachin is a CEO of the company, the topmost person, but Sachin can't even edit a single data in the system. So by this exercise, we understood that role is just a position of a person in a company, but it doesn't give you the access and privileges, right? A person called as waiter or a person called as, right, let's say that housekeeping services would be powerful than CEO if you give that housekeeping person and profile called as administrator. He belongs to housekeeping, cleaning the desk. He could be more powerful than the CEO of the company if you give him this profile called as system admin. As simple as that. In Salesforce, access and privileges are controlled by profile. Write down, start writing. Heading, profile, profile, profile. Salesforce object that controls, Salesforce object that controls, Salesforce object that controls access and privileges. Salesforce object that controls access and privileges to Salesforce system is called profile. Is called profile. Is called profile. Right? Now write down the characteristics of profile. Number one, put a heading called as characteristics or properties of profile. Anything. Put a subheading called as characteristics or properties of profile. Number one, profile are license dependent. Profile are license dependent. Number two, by default, there are 38 profiles available. By default, there are 38 profiles available. By default, there are 38 profiles available. First point, profile is license dependent. Second point, by default, 38 profiles available in Salesforce. Third point, profile cannot be created but can be cloned or copied. Profile cannot be created but can be cloned or copied. Third point. Fourth point, one user can have only one profile. One user can have only one profile, whereas one profile can have multiple users. One user can have only one profile, whereas one profile can have multiple users. Perfect.
Rupam, can you repeat the down point? Profile cannot be created.
Profile cannot be created, right? But can be copied or cloned.
Okay, thank you.
Profile cannot be created but copied and cloned. Now, within the observation, tell me which is the highest power in Salesforce? Who has the highest power?
Salesforce administrator. System administrator.
Administration.
Administrator.
Administrator. Tell me who has the lowest?
Read only. Read only.
Who has the lowest?
Read only.
Users.
End user.
Read only access.
So
End
I know
user.
that end user, but what is the profile? Do you have
Read
any
only.
profile called as, right?
Support
I
people.
go to my, right? As of now,
Freeze,
we know
I
read
think.
only. Freeze is not a profile, right? Freeze is what? It's an
Yes.
option. I'm saying Sachin is given a read only. It's a profile,
Okay.
right? As of now, right? Okay, you know read only is the lowest, right?
Yes.
As of now. Are you sure? Read only can at least see. Read only can see this data. He cannot modify. Then
Maybe
there could be inactive is again an option, not a profile.
Chatter must be chatter. They can only
There
chat.
could be, okay, let's talk about Salesforce license only.
support profile.
Under Salesforce license. Under Salesforce license. In a chatter, there is no profile called administrator. Profile are license dependent, right? Let's talk about core license. Forget about the other licenses, chatter free, force.com. In the core license, the highest profile is administrator. The lowest profile, to best of your knowledge, you know read only. Do you know any other profile? We don't know. There could be XYZ. There could be a profile called as XYZ, which we don't know. Read only can at least see. There could be a profile who cannot see account, who cannot see contact, who can only see only one thing called campaign. See, in read only, you can see account, you can see contact, but in that XYZ profile, you cannot even see account and contact. You can see only campaign. Then that means there could be something lower than that, which we don't know. We don't know. Everyone agrees? Everyone agrees?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So as of now, we know, best of our knowledge, read only is the lowest profile. Read only is the lowest profile. Perfect. Now, as per business requirement, in my stories, it is given that hospital super admin profile to be created. Hospital super admin. Right? Now, the question is that where should I create this? Hospital super admin. Hospital super admin. A profile has to be created. Right? Question is that before you start creating a profile, you have to know the position where it has to be. Is it equal to administrator? No. It is less than administrator than it is here. No, it is somewhere between administrator and read only, or it is below read only. Don't even give him, don't even show the accounts, contacts, leads, show only the cases. So read only can see account contact. Now see that I'm going further down. Or they should be above here. They can read, but only in account they can write. So see, right, where do you want to position this profile, that you have to understand first thing. Right? For example, you want to position here. Then we will create a copy of admin and we will start removing the access. We will create a copy of admin and we will start removing the access. Suppose you want your profile to be here. Then you will not copy admin. Then you will copy read only and you will start adding access. There are two ways to do it. Then you'll start adding access. Take read only profile, keep on adding the access.
So
No,
Rupam, is there any difference between that? Let's say we are adding or we are removing the access. Let's say we are taking administrator and we are removing the access.
there's a lot of difference. Yes. Time consuming. Tell me that if you want the profile to be here,
Admin,
will you
okay.
copy system admin and you will start removing? Why will you waste
Okay.
time?
Okay.
But you're not wasting this much time to remove
Yeah.
and bring it here. The easiest way
Okay.
is that copy the read-only profile. Within 2 minutes, you can do it rather than spending 2 hours.
Going from the down to up. Okay.
Going to the right, up to the down, bringing it down. So
Yeah.
that's exactly what you have to decide. Yeah,
And
I
we need
can
to
copy
select,
any.
we need to clone or copy the nearby profile, and we need to modify that. That's all.
Correct. We need to copy the nearby profile, and then we need to make the change. Suppose it's in the middle. Now you can take anything, either right, remove or add. Removal is the better way always. Removal is the better way always. Recommended is always removal rather than adding. That is the recommended way. Right?
Sir, I'm sorry, I'm not getting this topic.
Correct. No problem. No issues. I'll explain again. Right? Let's assume that you are in the Apollo Hospital project. You are told to create, right, 4 or 5 profiles. Right? Trainee, doctor, trainee doctor, trainee, right? Nurse, trainee, support staff. Next, HOSPIT, hospital super admin. In my project, I have nothing called, right, users, right, read only. No. Apollo Hospital wants these type of profiles. Hospital super admin, right? Next, right? Next, they want, right? DOCTORS, doctors. DOCTORS, doctors admin, right? SMT, SMT, a profile called senior management team, right? Next, guest, a profile called as guest. They want profile called as guest. These are the profile they need. Finally, one profile called administrator. These are the profile requirement. Anybody who joins Apollo Hospital will be given a trainee nurse. After they are done, right, then I will say, right, one more profile I'm adding, sorry. After Dr. Admin, I will say SUPPORT, support staff. A profile called support staff. All the nurses, all the receptionists will be given that profile. Inside that, they will define the access. As a support staff, what you should be able to do. As a support staff, I should be able to create patient. As a support staff, I should be able to modify a patient. As a support staff, I shouldn't be able to delete a patient. As a support staff, I should be able to modify others patient created by another support staff, right? Another reception is created, I should be able to modify it. As a support staff, I should be able to raise a payment request. As a support staff, I should be able to book an appointment with a doctor. As a support staff, I should be able to send an email to my patient as well as the doctor. As a support staff, I should be able to go ahead and print the receipt that I generated. As a support staff, I should be able to modify any amount less than 5,000. As a support staff admin, you will have a little bit of higher privileges. Anything more than 10,000, you have to go to the admin. Anything you have to delete, you cannot delete. Only support staff admin can delete. Support staff senior, they can delete. See, all this access has been defined in your story. Whatever I'm repeating, that will be the story. In the story, in the description, it will be written as this is the way it will be written. And based on that, you'll create it is your job in the real time to create such profile. Now able to understand? Now able to understand? Currently in your system, these are the profiles available. Contact manager, custom marketing profile, custom sales profile, custom support profile, marketing user, minimum access Salesforce. Wow, this could be the lowest, not read only. Then you have read only, solution manager, standard user, system admin. You don't know these profiles. You know system admin is the highest power. We don't even know what is the minimum access what type of access the minimum access will give to the user. Apollo says, I don't want all these things. We want our own set of profiles like this. Now you have to create a profile, yes or no? That is whose work?
Yes.
That is an
Admin
admin work. It is your work. In the development project, you play a vital role in creating these. So all these stories will come to you, right? Your project lead or your project manager or delivery manager will assign this particular work to you. They will say that, hey, you have to create this profile within 4 days. 4 days time will be given to you. You'll be given a stories. Wherever I go to real time, I will not record, as you know.
This conference will now be recorded.
Yes, yes.
At least everybody is able to understand. Everybody is able to understand.
Yeah, it
So
is kind of
understand it, but removal and adding, I cannot get it right now.
so it's kind of
What you
like
cannot. What removal? User removal? User
Yes,
removal?
hospital
Yes.
super admin, like you said.
No, I've not yet created any admin yet. So why are you going forward? Did I created anything called hospital super admin? I got a requirement to create these number of profile, right? I am from this profile. Let's assume that I am picking up this one. I am starting my work with this profile called hospital super admin. Now, before I create, I should know, right? What should I copy? Because you cannot create a profile from zero. One point I gave you. Profile can't be created. It can be copied. Tell me which one will you copy? Will you copy read only or you'll copy administrator? Which one will you copy?
Administrator.
Administrator.
How do you know it? Because after reading the requirement, you felt that most of the things says yes, 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 yes. Rather than taking no, I should be able to create account. I should be able to create opportunity. I should be able to create as a hospital super admin. I should be able to edit as a admin. I should be able to delete. Tell me, will you copy read only? Can read only delete account? Can read only edit account? Can read only delete contact? Read only edit contact? Can he do it? No. Yes or no? No. Read only. You see that? Sachin got a read only. He can't edit his own account. He can't edit his own contact. Forget about delete. So will you copy read only? No. Because it's a waste of time. If I copy read only, then I have to keep on adding the powers to it, which is a time consuming. Because I want it to be here. So the nearest profile is administrator from Salesforce. I'll copy it and I'll create a super admin. And then I will start removing the power so that I match to the requirement. Because within 4 days, I have to create all this. Don't think that it's easy job. It's a very time consuming job. So many access you have to think and give. One creating of this one hospital super admin itself will take 4 to 5 hours. Within next 4 days, I have to create all these things. So I cannot go ahead and waste much time, right? So that's where we come to the profile. You see that by default, 38 profiles are available. I clicked on profile. All these are different licenses profile. See, chatter free. It's giving the license name also. We are focused on which license? Salesforce, 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 Salesforce. We are focused on which license? Only Salesforce. I scroll down. System administrator. Which license it is? Salesforce. Salesforce. See, there's a clone option. Clone. Now I click on new profile. I give a name. HOSPITL Hospital Super Admin. Copy from where? Copy from System Administrator. From System Administrator under the Salesforce license, I'm copying this. I click on Save. a new profile got created called as super admin. Hospital super admin got created. Can I give this profile to user? Yes. Click on user. Click on Sachin Tendulkar. Click on edit. Click on edit. Now you will be able to see that our profile also here. Can you see our profile coming up there? I give Sachin a hospital super admin and I click on save. What type of profile Sachin has now? Hospital super admin. At this moment, even though the name is different, but powers are same.
So he can
Names are
delete the
different.
administrator, right, sir?
Yeah, he can,
Okay.
because it is just a
Both
copy
are
of
same.
admin only, right?
Okay.
It's a pure 100% copy now.
It is just
Pure,
cloned.
it just cloned. I just copied. See that I have put hospital super admin at the same level. Now nothing has been removed. It is only the name change.
Rupam, it will not gonna occupy the license, right?
It
It's
is
just
going
a
to occupy
copy.
the license. Yes.
It is going to occupy the license.
License is occupied by user, not by profile.
Okay. Yeah.
License are occupied by whom? By users. It is under Salesforce license. Under which license have you created this? Under Salesforce.
Salesforce.
Under Salesforce license, how many users you can have? 2.
2 license. 2.
Out of that, Rupam is system admin, and another user, Sachin, is what? Hospital super admin. Hospital super admin is also Salesforce license. That means you cannot add anyone else. Now, Rupam, can I add another administrator now? No.
No. No.
Because it is not the profile, it is the user and the license. Under the Salesforce license, you have administrator, you have read only. Now you have added one more called as hospital supervisor. Understood now? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Guys, everyone in the classroom is able to understand what I'm teaching?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Because this is your work in the real time. That's the reason. If you don't understand, don't keep quiet. At least by now you would have realized that I'm not a trainer who is, arrogant or something. I little get angry sometimes. That's a later part of the story. But at least, right, make sure that if you're not able to understand, focus, think, visualize, try to visualize the real-time environment. I'm trying my level best to show you from real time, whether you are able to feel that or not. But yes, I'm trying my level best to go wherever possible to the real time and to give you a real time exposure that how this story will come to you, how the tickets will be created, how you will get the tickets, right? Which are the tools you're using, right? So that tomorrow when you go for an interview, you should say that, hey, tell me how do you get the work? I get the work assigned from a TFS, a story. We call them as a story. I get the story. How the work is allocated, where the work description comes. It comes under the right description category, acceptance criteria category. There I'll be able to see all the details. Something like as an hospital admin, I want to edit an account. As an hospital admin, I should be able to delete an account. Like this, the requirement comes. Perfect. Clear now? In agile methodology, this is the way the requirement comes. We will talk about in details, in depth in the project session class.
Excuse me,
Now
sir.
you understand. Yes, sir.
Sir, here Salesforce having two license for 2 users, no, sir?
Correct.
For if you create administrator and copy the information to a hospital super admin, the licenses are over, or
License is not with the profile. You're not able to understand yet. Who occupies the license?
User.
user.
Sachin is occupying that license. Sachin is sitting on the license, not the profile. Profile is not sitting on the license. Sachin is sitting on the license. On Sachin's head, you put a cap called administrator, doctor, guest, SMT, read only. Automatically, If you give read only, Sachin will only able to read the data. He cannot do anything. You give Sachin a profile called system admin, automatically Sachin can do everything, anything. You give a Sachin called as hospital super admin. As of now, Sachin can do everything, anything. You are giving a right in real time, there would be no license restriction. That means you can give this profile to 20 people. You can give it to Sachin, hospital super admin. You can give it to Dhoni. You can give it to Sehwag. You can give it to Dr. Muhammad Azharuddin. You can give this to Dr. Kohli. You can give it to Dr. Pandya. Anything. All will be have same powers. All can kick each other because they are admins.
Okay. So administrator and user are two different entities.
Obviously, user is a physical person. Administrator is a object where the powers are defined. Whenever you give this entity or this object, you assign it to a user, automatically the power is been passed from that object to the user. If you remove that administrator, if you remove administrator, the user is powerless. The user cannot do anything. The whole power of Salesforce lies in profile. As you keep on giving him multiple profile, you give him a king, that automatically the person will become the highest. You give him a power called as layman, he will come on the road. So clear now?
Okay. Administrator create user and user set the
Sachin
profile.
is just a user. He is occupying the license called Salesforce. Under the Salesforce license, you gave him the highest power called admin. In this, we will define the powers, and that is what I'm doing. That is what definition I gave you. What is a profile? Salesforce object controlling access and privileges. It is an object, right? Profiles are given to the users, right? One user can have only one profile.
So
Salesforce doesn't. Salesforce doesn't believes in user level security. Salesforce does not believe in user level security. Salesforce believes in object level security. You will create an object called administrator, and you will give this object to this person. Automatically, this person will acquire the power. You give, right? You remove this and you give this. Automatically, whatever is you have defined in this will be passed to this person. We don't go ahead and configure each person that he can access this, he can access this, he can't read this, he can't edit it, he can send an email, he cannot send an email, he can send an email, but he cannot do mass campaign, he cannot go ahead and add people to campaign, he cannot run report. We don't do it like this. In real time, if there are 10,000 users, can you do this? Is it a sustainable solution? 10,000 users one by one, can you give the powers? No. It is absolutely not a long-term or a feasible solution. What is a feasible solution? You create profiles like this and configure the power to the profiles. All these powers, whether he can send an email or not, whether he can send a bulk email or not, whether he can go ahead and print or not, whether he can go ahead and see the data or not, whether he can share his records with someone else or not, whether he can comment on the record or not, all these things I'm configuring in this profile, and then this profile I will give to the, and then this profile I will give to this person. Whatever has been configured in this profile, automatically this person acquires the power. Tomorrow he moves out of this role, then and he goes to support admin, then I will remove this profile and I'll give support admin. Then I will remove this profile.
Okay.
This is the way it's working. Clear now? It is an object level security.
So as you told, Salesforce can only have two, right? I mean, when that comes into picture?
I didn't told Salesforce has two. You are not listening to my word carefully.
Not here, sir. Before you told Salesforce can only.
No. Are you paying? Let's take your credit card and let's pay Salesforce. How many users you want? You tell me. Not two. Tell me how many you want. We will just right now, we will use your credit card or debit card, your bank account, and we'll buy licenses.
So it's depending upon the plan that we take. I mean licenses, right?
Obviously, didn't I explain this yesterday? I was not
Editions,
showing you
right,
the
Rupam?
right
Editions.
licenses, editions. I was showing yesterday.
Editions, yeah.
That is what I was showing yesterday. Am I not?
Yeah, 2 for unlimited
Right,
bulk.
unlimited. Right,
Bulk.
basic edition only one. Group edition 5. Professional enterprise. You can choose the license or you can say bulk license. Why so confusion? Guys, everyone clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right? Currently, you are using free version. You are using without paying money. You want to enjoy everything. Not possible. Without paying a single pie, you want the whole world. Not possible. To get something, you have to lose something. You want 100 users, pay money. No, Rupam, I want to do a test drive. You are in a test drive. You are in a test drive. Test drive, you will not get everything. Here, the limitation is space and user. That is what I was showing you yesterday. Currently, in the developer license, which is a free. Why Salesforce will give you everything? Why Salesforce will give you to add 100, 300 people? If they give, do you think that anybody will buy this license then? Nobody will buy. Everybody will open this account then. Yes or no? You tell me. If the Salesforce gives that 30 people can be added, then what will happen? Nobody will buy Salesforce. Nobody will buy Salesforce. Nobody will buy these licenses. Why should I pay when I'm getting 30 users I can add? Currently, your environment has a 2-user limitation. Doesn't mean that in the real time also 2-user administration. In the real time, they pay money. Real time is not a free environment. It's a paid environment. It's a licensed environment. There you will not have a user restriction. Currently, Salesforce has given only 2 users. Yesterday, I asked you a question. How many users do you need? 2 is sufficient. One as admin or developer. DEVELOPER. One as developer and another as user. You will develop, you log in as Sachin, you will check whether it's working or not. 2 is enough. Got it now? Yes or no?
Yes, Rupam.
Everybody clear? Right?
Yes, Rupam.
So under Salesforce license, you can create 2 users. It doesn't mean that I can't create profiles. I can create n number of profiles. Next profile, I will create a trainee doctor. Click on new. Type trainee doctor. TRAINE, trainee, DOCTOR. Now tell me which one you should copy. Which one you should copy? For that, you have to read the requirement.
It
That
depends,
is my whole
depends
concept.
on the requirement.
Depends on the requirement. After you read the requirement, as a trainee doctor, I shouldn't be able to create account. As a trainee doctor, I shouldn't be able to delete account. As a trainee doctor, I shouldn't be able to delete contact. As a trainee doctor, I should be able to see contact. By reading the requirement, you feel the closest match is read only. I copy it, save. One more profile got created. Trainee doctor. Now, if you go to the profile list, you will be able to see trainee doctor and hospital super admin. Both you'll be able to see. Right? And both are under Salesforce license. Hospital super admin, see Salesforce license. Trainee doctor, see Salesforce license. Under Salesforce license, you can have 2 users. Now I go to the user. In real time, there could be 100. Right? Sachin is under which license? Salesforce license. We know it. Now I can assign that profile to him. Now I can assign this profile called as trainee doctor. Here it is. And I click on save. immediately Sachin will be here. Sachin power is here now. User occupies the license, not the profile. Sachin is occupying the license. You can give Sachin a profile called super admin. You can give him any one of this profile. You can give him trainee nurse. You can give him trainee support staff. You can give him doctor. You can give him doctor admin, support staff, support admin, SMT, guest administrator. Right? Everyone clear? Yes or no? So that's it for today. We will continue tomorrow with this access and privileges, right? We will continue with this profile tomorrow, right? Guys, everyone able to understand? Everybody able to understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right? Perfect. We'll stop it here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any
Thank
doubt?
you.
Good morning.
Please
Your
upload
class is
videos.
at 7. Yes, I will. By the end of the day, after my exam is over, I'll upload both the videos. Okay. So no need to call the admin. I have not uploaded any videos from my end to them. Right.
Okay.
So I'll do it to the end of the day, yesterday's and today's video. So stand by, you will get it. Tomorrow, your class is at 7 a.m. No change in time. Tomorrow, your class
Okay.
is at 7 a.m. Okay. Have a nice and
Okay.
wonderful day. Bye bye, guys. Take care.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you so much. Bye.